What's up, everybody? Wayne Duncan, No Vision Duncan, and we back with year 4 of the Madden 22 Buffalo Bills realistic, disappointing, but realistic rebuild. If you tuned in to part 3, nothing is going our way. We might as well refer to them as the Buffalo Sillies. Josh Allen isn't playing like Josh Allen. They're playing like it's the J.P. Lossman, Trent Edwards era. Playing like this is worse than them taking L's in 4 straight Super Bowls. Like, it is that bad. Like, it's worse than that. 2 coaches fired, me and Sean McDermott. Josh Allen can't even get 4,000. Well, he got 4,000 yards 1 year, but can't even get 30 touchdowns, bro. Can't even get 30 touchdowns with the weapons that he got. Devin Singletary finally did his thing after letting Zach Moss go. But look at these weapons, Josh. Stephon Diggs still here. We drafted an X Factor, Alex Kitchens, who got knocked down a superstar. Joe Short, who was a superstar when we drafted him, in the same draft as Kitchens, got knocked down a star. But all 3 receivers damn near had 1,000 yards last year. Dawson Knox. All them weapons with Josh Allen should be a top 5 offense, top 1 offense. Should be number 1, just like real life, number 1 offense in the league. And they can't do shit. Can't do shit in Madden. I don't know if it's their playbook is broken, because I won't change the playbook. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't the Buffalo Bills that the whole world knows. This isn't the real life Buffalo Bills. And this type of thing would happen in Madden. But anyways, this is the squad before the preseason. I really just want to cut every goddamn body. I really want to trade Josh Allen, but we're not going to do that. But this is a squad pretty much the same. I wish we didn't trade Gabriel. Matter of fact, that's what I'm going to do. Let me see what Gabriel Davis is doing. Ever since we tried, I can't even remember who we traded him to. But let me just show y'all something. All right, so we traded him to the Lions. He's the number 1 receiver over there. We only traded him because receiver we had superstar depth. But ever since, yeah, look at that. 90 catches, 1,100 yards, 7 touchdowns. A star over there in Detroit. Whoever their quarterback is, I bet Jared Goff. Bet he's playing way better than Stafford. Actually, no, he's been either a backup or he's been hurt. So I don't know who's throwing to him, but shout out to the Lions. They doing their thug. They doing what we supposed to be doing with Gabriel Davis, who I probably should have never traded away. But we ain't going to talk about Gabriel Davis too much. Let's just go ahead, waste no more time, get done with the preseason. We do have a position battle at free safety because we did lose Micah Hyde. Didn't bring him back. Didn't want him back. But at free safety, we have Hamlin, who's been a backup for us. He's the starter right now, but we have second-year player Sermon. They'll battle it out for the starting job. And then we also got Cooper and Leach. Cooper, a second-year player, and Leach, rookie. So all 4 guys will battle it out for the starting position. It'll most likely be between Sermon and Hamlin. Probably be the weakest spot on our team, but preseason matters. But right now, this whole damn rebuild does not matter, and Joe Short is hurt. And that's perfect. Right when we were talking about the Gabe Davis trade. Having regrets about trading him. And his replacement is hurt. It's like Madden. It's like Madden can hear me. It's like Madden knows what I'm talking about. They're listening to me with these complaints. And they're like, you know what? We're going to screw you some more. Just because you're talking shit. But we're 1-1. Don't really care about wins and losses in the preseason. Let's just get on with year 4. Get on with another disappointing season. We actually didn't have my son, Cy Robinson. He didn't get fired like me and McDermott. So that was a positive. Devin Singletary was a positive. Went over 1,000 yards, averaged over 4 yards per carry. We didn't get fired. So there was some positives last season. We actually won 8 games. We was like a game or 2 away from the playoffs. So we did progress. But let's take a look at the stats. See who balled out in preseason. So Owen Snyder, I was calling him Baby Josh Allen. He'll be the backup, continue to be the backup. My boy Lance Archer. But Singletary, 5 touchdowns, will remain the starter. With Zach Moss being gone, Lane Archer will be the backup this year. Jalen Darden actually balled out. So did Coulter, Morris. Don't really care about the linemen. Then on the defensive side, Epineza. Hopefully he has a breakout year. And then Matt Milano. So I really don't know who won out of the safeties. Hamlin had the most tackles. He had more than Sermon, and you know what? That's pretty damn impressive because usually the backups will get more playing time. They'll play from second quarter all the way to the second quarter to the fourth quarter. So he played in 3 quarters while Hamlin only played 1, and Hamlin still had more tackles. So it looks like the vet Hamlin, he will be the starting free safety unless we find somebody in free agency. But for cuts, got a rookie quarterback that we drafted this year just to piss Josh Allen off. We'll move him to the practice squad, though. We'll keep 3 running backs. And then we have way too many receivers. So we'll keep Paul Reed. We'll keep Coulter. We'll keep Darden. And then the rest of these guys, practice squad. So that should take care of most of the roster spots that we needed to free up. Brought in Chris Herndon as a backup. Right, and then we got too many cornerbacks. So it's in Duvall, Bates, and Sherman. Practice squad will keep Jeffrey, Amos, Clay, and then we'll keep these 2 young guys to back up the old Jordan Poyer, who's still playing at a high level. Shout out to this rookie punter. He's our best draft pick for this season. And then shout out to Steven Miner. I think he is actually the brother of our first round pick from last season, Sean Miner. So we got some brothers on the squad. I'm just playing. I don't even know if they brothers just got the same last name. Both first names start with an S. No, it's fun to make up storylines, you know. But let's check out, see if there's any upgrades in free agency for free safety, just in case, because that is the weakest spot on our team, and we need to get to the playoffs sooner or later. I do see like a Logan Ryan, Richie Grant. You know what? This team, the way it's been playing, doesn't deserve an upgrade. Maybe that's the way to get into the playoffs. Maybe that's the way to manipulate Madden. Have some weak spots on your roster, and then maybe they'll play good. So let's go ahead and get the depth chart straight. Josh Allen, baby Josh Allen. Singletary, who, you know, I doubt it, but after we paid him, it's paid off. Lindsley went to the Pro Bowl last year as a rookie fullback, so I appreciate him. And then we're actually going to have, we can do that. Both running backs as a backup. And then Stephon Diggs, Kitchens, and I forgot his name. He's out right now, but we got Paul Reed, Darden. So we got depth at receiver. Chris Herndon can play receiver a little bit. And then Dawson Knox, who's been quiet. He needs to have a big year. Terence Edwards was technically our first round pick when you have a first round pick. So he was a second round pick, but our first pick. So he's going to be starting at guard, replacing John Feliciano. Trevor Sampson had a great first year starting last year at center. Cody Ford has been our best offensive lineman. I'm glad we've been able to, develop him. It seems like in real life he's a backup now. But we got his career back on the right track. And I did put Spencer Brown on the trade block, so we will trade him if we get any offers, because our former first-round pick from last season, Orlando Mumphrey, is still starting. Carlos Basham got his star dev trait back after being robbed. Epineza, hopefully he has a good year. Ed Oliver's a beast. Minor, beast. Greg Rousseau undeservedly went up to superstar dev, but they let him keep it. So I'm straight with that. And then we got Tremaine Edmonds and then Matt Milano, who's been getting robbed the most, down to star. Should be superstar still. And then Trey White, Johnson, and then we got Griffin and Sullivan this year. So no more Levi Wallace. And then Hamlin is going to start. And I'm actually going to put Leach right there. We got Paul Reed, Clay, that's straight. Take Diggs from back there. I don't need him getting hurt. Third down back Singletary. He's going to do it all this year. And then slot receiver, we're just going to go with Kitchens and Diggs for right now. And then we're going to put Rousseau back here because he didn't play that well as a sub linebacker. And then on the right, we're going to have, I guess, Basham. We'll do Epineza. Actually, no, we'll do Basham. He's played better than Epineza. Then we'll do Oliver, Minor, Epineza. Edmond, Milano. Let's do Rousseau again. We could do, well, Sermon's too small. Can he tackle, though? No, he can't even tackle. But he got hit power, though. I will keep it like that. And then slot corner, Griffin, Sullivan. That's straight. Ain't gonna make a difference anyway. So let's get on with the regular season. This is year 4. Haven't made the playoffs yet. Haven't won a division. We did finally get out of last place. Got to second place last year. And then this year we're actually gonna be aggressive. Last year I picked the 7 wins. Tried to use some reverse psychology with Madden. It still didn't work. So we're going back to our goal is to make the playoffs. We need to make the playoffs. No excuses. So we got the Miami Dolphins at home, week 1. They kind of been dominating. They fell off a little bit last season. And we get the dub. So just like last season, we got off to a good start. 1-0, 2 years in a row. Shut the running game down. Couldn't stop the pass. Only 1 turnover. I don't want to get too excited too early because this is exactly what happened last year. But it seems like Devin Singletary is finally becoming superstar running back. I always thought he could be. And then Alex Kitchens getting the ball more, getting more targets. I can't think of the other receiver we got with his injury being out. So Kitchens getting more targets. Man, that team still got Odell, Mike Williams, and Jalen Waddle. Paul Reed filling in for I can't remember that receiver name. I know his first name like Joe. Last name started with like a T. But Reed filling in, Sean Minor with a sack, and then Trey White with a sack. Jason Sanders missed the field goal for them. Didn't matter who, still would have got the dub. 1-0. And that's his name, Joe Short. Joe Short back from injury. We are at full strength at receiver. And I'm still going to keep, just the way I like it. And we're actually going to put him back there on punt return. Monday night football game. Got the Jets. They look like the worst team in our division right now. And we get the L. Seems like we always struggle against the Jets. They always whoop our ass. Shut the run. Look at that. 97 yards passing for Josh Allen. No turnovers, though. Just a bad game. I mean, he just didn't throw it a lot. I don't know why this playbook doesn't throw the ball a lot. James Conner's been killing us ever since he came to New York. I don't know who this guy is, but he killed us. Michael Gallup, Elijah Morris, Stephon Diggs was the only one that really did something. I don't know why Jimmy Morrissey was in. Ed Oliver with a sack, Greg Rousseau, Basham, Trey White with another pick. So at least Trey White is playing like Trey White. That's how you know. That's how you know this rebuild is just so bad. Like, I'm like coming up with like some weak ass positives like of individual performances just to make myself feel better about the rebuild. It's crazy. But they actually have us down here like at 23 for the mock drafts, have us taking another receiver. So are we going to get rid of no, we're not going to get rid of Stephon Diggs because I just gave him a bag. Just paid him. Stupid. But we got the Miami Dolphins. I think we just beat them week 1, so let's go ahead and try to sweep them. I think we swept them last season. Can we do it again? And we do. We just got to beat the Patriots and beat the Jets when we get our rematch. Get a dub on the road. So we finally overcame the super team Dolphins. Josh Allen playing like Josh Allen, but we gave up 3 sacks. Singletary got shut down a little bit. But Alex Kitchens looking to have a breakout year, looking to get back to that X factor that he so rightfully deserves. Paul Reed. He's been impressive. He's been balling. He's trying to move up the depth chart. Ed Oliver with a sack. Tyler Bass has been perfect. He's been money. And we are 2-1. Sullivan, Darden, none of those guys. Let me just make sure they don't, because Darden's coming back from injury, I don't want them putting him in the slot because sometimes they will do that. We got a 2-1 49ers on the road. Might be a tough game. Man. And we get the dub, so it looked like we the road warriors this year. Playing good on the road. Win by a touchdown. Our offense seems to be hot and cold. Sometimes they play good, sometimes they don't. Trey Lance and Josh Allen both balled out. We did give up sacks. We do have a rookie guard. I understand why. Our fullback and our third-string running back getting touchdowns. And then Stephon Diggs with Stephon Diggs. 168 yards, 2 touchdowns. Short with 77. And then Deion Dawkins, I don't like to see that, giving up 3 sacks. And then Mumphrey giving up 2 sacks, so bad day for the tackles. Greg Rousseau, Ed Oliver, and Basham all with sacks. And it looks like you know what? I'm not going to jinx it. We are 3-1. It's looking good, but the Jets are 3-1. Patriots right behind us. You know Madden will make you melt down because they did it to us last season. We don't really got to upgrade nobody, so we'll just not even going to upgrade them yet. I like to do it mid-season, and then if we do make the playoffs at the end of the season. We got the Texans. I think they killed us last season. Deshaun Watson went crazy. He raped us. 16-0. So the best game our defense has played through 4 seasons. 45 rushing yards we allowed and only 124. So great job for the defense. I love the new defense coordinator we brought in last season. Josh Allen playing more like Josh Allen. Singletary running that ball. Maybe he was the key factor, X factor player that we needed all along to play well for us to win games. Maybe that's all we needed was a running game. And look at White Vic getting almost 40 yards. Stephon Diggs, Dawson Knox with a touchdown. So, and Herndon with a touchdown. So, using the 2 tight end system. And then Sean Miner, Ed Oliver. So, the 2 defensive tackles getting sacks. So, shout out to the defensive tackles and the tight ends. And we're 4-1. So, this is our best start since we started this rebuild. We got the 3-2 Colts. So, this is an important game in the AFC, playoff implications. We might see them later in the playoffs, and we get the dub. Now, we are getting, we're winning games, but look at all these games. They've been close. 6 points. We had the 1 blowout that we lost. 4 points. A touchdown. 16 points ain't even that much. A touchdown. So we are winning games, but it's been close. But our defense is playing well. We're running the ball well. Our passing game been on and off. Defense got 4 turnovers. We converted on 3 fourth downs, so we were very aggressive. Famous Jameis, we picked them up. That's realistic. That's realistic. 4 picks, with Jameis Winston, but he almost threw for 300 yards, sacked him 3 times. Singletary. Maybe we just needed to get rid of Zach Moss so they would stop sharing carries. I don't like, let's see. We had a touchdown. Kitchens had a touchdown. And then Joe Short, he's been kind of quiet since coming back from that injury. Maybe we put Reed in. Basham, Minor, and then Jordan Poyer. Getting better with age. Went to the Pro Bowl last year. Went up to superstar dev, but they took it away from him. 2 picks. Trey White, playing like the X Factor he is. Playing like the elite cornerback he is. And then this 5th string, 4th string cornerback, Darryl Sullivan with a pick. So we are 5-1. Patriots right behind us. TV game against the Patriots. This is for the lead in the division. And we get a dub, but another close game. So even though we look like a playoff team right now, I don't feel comfortable if we do make the playoffs. I feel like we can get bounced in the first round because these games are too damn close. I want to see some blowouts. And I don't know how we won this game. We had 3 turnovers. We went for it on 4th down. They were better than us in the red zone. I don't know how we won this game. We were up 21-7 at the half, so that's probably why we won. We sacked Matt Jones. Offensive line played great. Gave up no sacks. Josh Allen with a rushing touchdown. Joe Short, okay, he's starting to wake up. And then Cutler. So I like how all of our receivers, our 4th string, 5th string receivers are getting catches, getting touchdowns. We spreading that ball around. Sean Minor. Matt Milano's been kind of quiet. He finally got a sack, first sack of the season for him. And then look at that. I think he's our slot corner. Jermaine Griffin with his first career pick, I believe. And then Tyler Bass has been perfect. Perfect on the season. Hasn't missed a kick yet. I know he has one in him, though. Paul Reed is back from injury. Let me just make sure they didn't put him in the slot. Okay. And I don't want to speak too soon, but I feel like it's too little too late. Like, why did it take 4 seasons with the Buffalo Bills to finally play like the Buffalo Bills? And even though we 6-1, they still not playing like the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen still ain't playing like Josh Allen. And they actually have us mocked to go to the Super Bowl to play against the Cowboys right now. And we're still taking that receiver. But week 8, we got the Bengals. This could be a close game. Won't be mad if we take the L. We got to lose at some point. And we win again, but it's another close game, a touchdown game. But I'm happy to see the offense putting up 35. We couldn't run the damn ball for nothing. Save our lives. But Josh Allen was Josh Allen. We outdueled Joe Burrow, Joe Shiesty. Shout out to him. I feel like they should have gave him. They just did the update for the X Factors and Superstars and abilities. He should have been Superstar Dev. That's all I got to say about that. Josh Allen. 4 touchdowns. Best game of this rebuild for him. And touchdown for Singletary. Even though he got shut down, he averaged 1.7 a carry. That's horrible. But then look at Joe Short. Playing like the Superstar Dev that, I mean, yeah, maybe he deserved to get taken away, but he's still a superstar player in my book. That's why we traded away Gabriel Davis. Who needs to thank us, by the way? We made him a number 1 receiver in Detroit. And then Deion Dawkins, tackles, giving up a couple sacks, not mad at that. Trey Henderson with 2 sacks, Carlos Basham with a sack, and then DeMar Hamlin. That's why we started you. That's why I gave you a chance. Only a 69 overall 4th-year player. Don't care. Playing better than Micah Hyde. Paid off. We are at week 9 TV game against Tennessee Titans. Let's go ahead and upgrade the squad. And then let's check out the contracts. These will be the final contract negotiations because next year we will be year 5. Deion Dawkins. I might wait on that. Matt Milano, he's 30. He's been regressing because they've been robbing him of his dev traits. I feel like he should be still superstar X Factor, and his overall wouldn't have got down that low. But definitely Greg Rousseau. I'm kind of mad that we have to pay him that much when he shouldn't even be superstar dev. He should still be star dev. But I'm going to pay him. Got him locked up. Teron Johnson, we're going to wait, but Basham, we'll go ahead and get him a bag. So the two young D linemen are the only ones that are going to get paid right now. And then we'll wait on Teron Johnson. We'll wait on Jordan Poyer, see if we want to get him another one-year deal, depending on how he plays, depending on how he regresses. Same thing with Matt Milano. And Deion Dawkins, I want to, if he doesn't give up more than 10 sacks, we'll give him a new deal. But we got a TV game. Don't know if it's Sunday night, Monday night, Thursday night. Who cares? Got the Titans. Got to shut down Derrick Henry. The defense been playing well all season, and we finally give up 35. As soon as I hyped them up, defense been playing well all season. They give up 35. Thursday night game. We couldn't run the ball. They ran the ball on us. That's Tennessee football for you. Converted on third down one time. That's why we lost the game. Devin Singletary once again getting shut down, so now he's playing like year one, year two. Devin Singletary. And then Deion Dawkins. It's probably over 10 sacks now. Jeff Simmons abused him. But we're still 7-2, still on top of the division, still looking to make the playoffs for the first time. Which is crazy to think, crazy to say. But let's go ahead and take care of another TV game, back-to-back TV games. See if we can avenge that loss. And we lose again. So it looks like we don't play well on national TV. And it was another Thursday night game. So back-to-back, see how the league screwed us? 2 Thursday night games in a row. No wonder why we lost. We couldn't stop them on fourth down. They converted 3 times, and that's why they won the game. They were more aggressive than us. Singletary finally running the ball well again. Kitchens, 2 touchdowns, over 100 yards. Carlos Basham, he's been balling this season. And then Matt Milano with a pick. And shout out to Tyler Bass. He has not missed a field goal all year. All year. Kick of the year right there. And then we got the Juggernaut Chiefs. We have not been able to beat them. I don't know why we play them every season. I feel like Madden just wants to hand us L's, but we finally overcome the Kansas City Chiefs and Patty Mahomes. Shut the running game down. We got turnovers. We didn't turn the ball over. That's why we won today. That's why we beat them. Finally, we picked off Mahomes twice, sacked him 4 times. So the defense, man. The defense is the reason why we're winning in this season. In episode 4, the defense is turning it around. They're no longer the Buffalo Sillies. They are now the Buffalo Billies once again. 2 picks for Trey White. He's finally playing like himself. All the people that were supposed to play like themselves are playing like themselves. The defense is playing like themselves. Josh Allen somewhat is playing like himself. Trey White's playing like himself. Devin Singletary. And that's okay. Backup safety. Not too bad. Wish him well, though. Tremaine Edmonds, he seems like he's hurt every season. Jordan Poyer's back, and I forgot who McDuffie is. Let me just make sure for the sub linebacker. We might make it Milano. I'm going to keep it Tremaine Edmonds. We're winning with Tremaine Edmonds. I don't want to fuck up the depth chart, and then Madden's like, you know what? You change the depth chart. We're going to give you some L's now. at the Seahawks. Won't be mad if I lose to him. And we get probably one of our most impressive wins of the season. 38-13. Defense is on fire. And we got a bye week. Great dub going into the bye week. We've been going for it on fourth down a lot, so my coach is being really aggressive. And that's the second time Josh Allen's thrown for 4 touchdowns. So it seems like he's playing like himself. And then look at this. The rookie, Minor, third string, starting for some reason. 67 yards, average 4.2 and a touchdown. Hitchens 100 yards, short. Seems like they're outplaying Stephon Diggs right now. Our fullback had a receiving touchdown. Greg Rousseau. I'm glad Madden gave him. And look at Sullivan. He's like our, fourth string cornerback, I think, or fifth string maybe. 2 picks on the season. That's how good the defense is playing. Shout out to Tyler Lockett. Another one of those players that should be superstar dev. But that's for another topic. And we have a bye week, so let's go ahead and upgrade the players. And I actually want to take a look at the playoff picture just to see if we hold the number 1 seed right now. And we actually do. So if we do make the playoffs for the first time in 4 seasons, we have a possibility to get a first-round bye, which would be perfect. The Steelers, of course, it's the Steelers right behind us. And I can't remember if we beat the Jaguars or if we took an L to them. And we got the 9-3 Packers. So this is going to be a good game. I thought this would probably be the Super Bowl in real life. They don't have Aaron Rodgers no more, and we get the dub. It was a pretty even game, so it lived up to the hype. They just turned the ball over too much, and we didn't turn the ball over at all. Played mistake-free football. Jordan Love, 3 picks. We did give up 3 sacks, though. Kitchens, he's been on fire. Diggs, Singletary. Humphrey giving up 2, but that's okay. Bash him. He's been bashing them. And then Trey White, you know what? Trey White might be the next thumbnail for this video because he is playing like Trey White. Lockdown. Shout out to the rookie punter. He got a leg. He got like 97 kick power as a rookie. And we are 10-3. So right now, as long as we keep winning, we hold the number 1 seed. And we lose, so take the L. That's okay. It was a close game. Lost by a touchdown. At least we didn't get blown out. We were on a little bit of a winning streak, so we had to calm it down. They just outplayed us. They outplayed us, got more yards. They scored more points. The team that scores the most points will win the game. Kyler Murray ran for a touchdown on us. Kitchens, he's been balling in the slot. Edwards gave up 2. It's okay. He's a rookie. Ed Oliver with a sack. And then DeMar Hamlin with his second pick on the season. Maybe that was a key. I know I said the Singletary running the ball, the defense playing like the defense, like they should. Josh Allen playing a little bit better. But maybe losing Micah Hyde and then putting a lower overall free safety, like I said, because we have a weak spot on the team, maybe that's why we're winning. And we finally get a breakout player scenario. Haven't had one this season. And look at that. It's Hamlin. I was just talking about him. Boy started as a 69 overall. Going into his 4th year. He's been a backup for us. I give him the chance to start. I believe in him. I put my faith in him. And he has a chance to go up to star dev. Sometimes you got to put your faith in these players, man. And we get the L. So that's a 2-game losing streak. We're playing ourselves out of the number 1 seed. Have a great opportunity. We actually played well. I don't know how we lost that game. It was a close game. We was up 14-11. They just scored more points than us in the 4th quarter. But it was a good game. Just like that Packers game. It was probably game of the year candidate for this season. Singletary 99 and a touchdown. Stephon Diggs finally waking up. Devontae Parker killed us again. So I think we split with the Patriots. I think we did beat them the first time around, but shout out to Oliver, Rousseau, Basham, Minor, all with sacks. Tyler Bass making a 57-yarder. He's still perfect on the season. Deserves kicker of the year for the AFC. And even though we're still on top of the division, we got a TV game against the 4-11 Rams. Let's see if we played ourselves out of the number 1 seed. We're still the number 1 seed. Still the number 1 seed. That's good. That's good. And Hamlin didn't get it. That's why he is a backup player, even though he's starting the season. Cooper's been hurt a couple of times. It's okay. He's a backup. But let's get off this losing streak. Let's wake up. Get this dub. We get the dub. We're still the number 1 seed. And if we can win this last game against the Jets, who we lost to. So it looks like we swept the Dolphins. We split with the Patriots, and we need to split with the Jets. We got to beat the team that embarrassed us so we can secure that number 1 seed. It was a close game. All our games been close all season. We got 6 sacks. Defense playing lights out. Lights out. Kitchens, lights out. Dawson Knox, quiet but lights out for this game. 3 sacks for Minor. 1 for Milano. Rousseau, Edmonds. I ain't gonna lie, the linebackers. And look at Darryl Sullivan, man. 3 picks on the year for the fourth. I don't even know if he's 4th string, 5th string. Balling. That's the defense, man. And, of course, Tyler Bass. He couldn't be perfect. Finally missed a field goal, but still playing lights out. And if we're going to make the playoffs, I'd rather it happen this way. Finally making the playoffs. Should have been happened all along. Number 1 seed, most likely. Might even have a chance to get to the AFC Championship game, Super Bowl. Got to get out the second round. But this is what should have been happened. This is what probably should have happened the first season, the second season, the third season. This is what should have happened. But let's check the standings. Let's see if we have the number 1 seed, because maybe I could bench. And no, we cannot. It is not secured, even though we beat the Chiefs. Steelers has always been behind us, and the Ravens. So we need to win this game, because if the Colts win it, they'll get the number 1 seed. We're in the playoffs, though. I think we beat the Steelers also. So if we lose and the Colts win, they'll win the number 1 seed. Let's go ahead and upgrade these players. Wish us luck. It is a road game. The Jets did. They did beat us. And we get swept by the Jets, but it doesn't matter. We still got the number 1 seed. We still made the playoffs. We finally won the division, barely. It was competitive. Jets 8-9, Patriots 9-8, Dolphins 10-7, and we were 11-6. 11 wins. Finally won the division. Finally made the playoffs, and its first round bye. That's what I'm talking about. Jordan Love leading the league in passing yards, even though we beat his ass. I don't know who Dwayne McBride is. Patrick Mahomes. Then you got Christian McCaffrey, Zeke Elliott, Nick Chubb, Amari Cooper, Michael Thomas, Michael Pittman. Aaron Donald, T.J. Watt, Rashawn Gary. Trey White led the league. I'm telling you right now. Putting my boy in the thumbnail. He's going on the thumbnail. It's not going to be Josh Allen. Not going to be nobody else. Not Devin Singletary. Not Tremaine Edmonds. No, it's going to be Trey White. It got to be Trey White. Led the league in picks. 8 picks. And then Dante Jackson, Byron Jones, and then Raquan Smith, J.O.K., and Antoine Lucas. Let's look at the stats. Offense, still bad. 25th. But look at Josh Allen. 2nd in passing touchdowns with 40. Defensive yards was 19 points. So the offense still ain't what it should be, but the defense is top 8, top 10 points allowed. But look at that. Josh Allen, finally, 4,000 yards, over 30 touchdowns with 40 Only 6 picks. That's the Josh Allen I want to see. Could argue more yards. Could argue more yards, though. But that's the Josh Allen I want to see. That's Josh Allen. That's White Vic right there. That's what I'm talking about. Rating of 109.2. That completion percentage probably needs to be a little bit higher, though. But only 6 picks, 42. Best year by far. That's Josh Allen. I want to see that again next season. I want to see that in the playoffs, actually. Singletary over 1,000 again. Look at that. 1-1-1-1-1-1. Average is kind of bad. Minor and Archer, and I was hyping up Archer big time. Didn't help out, so Zach Moss was a big loss, but look at Josh Allen, 300 yards rushing and a rushing touchdown, so 41 and like 4,400 yards total offense, but 2 touchdowns for Minor. We do need a backup running back. Fullback with only 1. And then look at that, 2,000-yard receivers. Alex Kitchens, drafted him in that first year, was an X factor, got stripped of it, doesn't matter. 85 catches, 1,200 yards, 11 touchdowns, deserves to go back up to X factor. 14 touchdowns for Stephon Diggs. Short, kind of an off year, but he's no longer a superstar. That's why he's a star dev player now. And then Dawson Knox, he's been kind of quiet. Paul Reed played well, 2 touchdowns. He filled in whenever Short was hurt. Chris Herndon with a touchdown, and Coulter with a touchdown, and our fullback Lindsley with a touchdown. Let's look at the offense. Now, I said Deion Dawkins, if he gave up more than 10 sacks, and there was a couple of games in the season where he gave up 3. I said if he gave up more than 10, he wasn't coming back. He gave up exactly 10. We'll offer him a new contract. He don't take it, he can walk. Montfree 8, that's okay for a tackle. Cody Ford's worst year, but still an okay year. Great year for Terence Edwards. That's great for a rookie at guard. And then Sampson, along with Cody Ford, has been one of our best linemen. Matt Milano, even though he continues to regress and get robbed, stripped of his dev traits, always leads the team in tackles. 127 TFL, 3 sacks, and a pick. Tremaine Edmonds, who's kind of been, feel like he should be doing what, that's still okay, but all right. Griffin almost 100 tackles, 7 TFLs, and a pick, so great first year starting in the slot for him. Jordan Poyer still playing great. 8 picks, though. 8 picks for Trey White, and look at Minor. Second year, 20 TFLs, 12 sacks from the DT position, and he's DT number 2. Behind Ed Oliver. Look at Greg Rousseau with that new superstar dev trait. 13 TFLs, 6.5 sacks. Teron Johnson was horrible. Actually, not horrible, but he just didn't do nothing. He didn't do shit. So, and he's in a contract year, so he might walk. We might need a new cornerback. We might need 2 cornerbacks, actually, because I wasn't that impressed with Griffin either. We played okay, but we might need 2 cornerbacks. Carlos Basham was bashing him. DeMar Hamlin played great for his 69 overall. He didn't get the dev trait scenario, but it's okay. Ed Oliver with 14 TFLs, 8.5 sacks. And then look at Sullivan. 3 picks. Our 4th-string cornerback. 3 picks. That's why it's important to have depth on your team. That's why I play with injuries on. Everybody gets involved. Everybody getting playing time. And then the worst year by far, no sacks for AJ Epineza, but look at that, 12 CFLs. That's all I need you to do. I don't even care about the sacks. As long as you're getting pressure, as long as you doing what you need to do, stuffing the run, I'm okay with that. Because I didn't have him as a sub DN or D tackle. Forced fumbles, Matt Milano, Griffin, okay, and Greg Rousseau. 1 block for Epineza. That's what I'm talking about. As long as he performing in other areas of the game, I'm cool with no sacks. We had a safety for Sean Minor. And then a touchdown for Trey White. I think he had one last season, so he played well. Tyler Bass was perfect from extra point. Only missed 1 field goal all year. He deserves kicker of the year. And then the rookie punter averaged 51.7, had 11 inside the 20, longest was 73. And then we had no special teams touchdowns. But overall, the whole team from Josh Allen, Trey White, Sean Minor, everybody. Tyler Bass, everybody played well. Let's look at the awards. MVP went to CMC, Christian McCaffrey. And then look at that. Josh Allen coming in at number 2. So it could make the argument. This thumbnail will be either Josh Allen or Trey White. Probably going to give it to Trey White, though. Led the league in picks. But look at that. MVP. That's what I want to see. This is the Buffalo Billies. Buffalo Billies, damn it. Matt Rule, Coach of the Year. We should be up there somewhere. We were robbed. We were fucking robbed. Excuse my French. Offensive Player of the Year, Lamar Jackson. Josh Allen, number 2. Defensive Rookie of the Year, T.J. Watt. Sean Miner at number 8. I feel like Trey White, leading the league in picks, should be up there, but cornerbacks get no love. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Gavin Kemp. And Patriots and Dolphins both up there. We had Steven Miner, our running back, at number 8. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year, Chad Shivers of the Raiders. And we had nobody. Best quarterback, Josh Allen, no. I call him White Vic. Jonathan Taylor, running back of the year. No Singletary. And then receiver, Diggs, number 2. Michael Pittman wins it, though. And then Kitchens, number 3. So he deserves to go back up to X Factor. Should have never had it taken away from him. O-line was Quentin Nelson. D-line was Myles Garrett. Minor at 4, so he might go up to superstar. T.J. Watt for linebacker. We had Greg Rousseau at 9, so he living up to that depth trait that was gifted to him. And then Trey White already at X Factor. Best CB and best kicker should have been Tyler Bass, but it was some guy named Russ Stecker. But great year. First time making the playoffs. Been a long time coming, long overdue. It's about damn time. Let's see who we playing in the second round. Let's actually look at the playoff bracket. So we got the Chiefs and the Dolphins. I would love for the Dolphins to knock off the Chiefs so we don't got to deal with them. And we did sweep the Dolphins, but I kind of don't want to see nobody from our division move on. Got the Colts, who were kind of right behind us for that number 1 seed. And then, Lamar, we played them a couple of times. And then the Steelers. So hopefully the Dolphins can knock off the Chiefs. I'd rather play them. And we're playing Jacksonville. Playing Trevor Lawrence, T. Law. The Chiefs actually knock off the Dolphins, so they'll be playing. That's a good matchup. Lamar, Patrick Mahomes. We got Trevor Lawrence. First Amendment. Let's talk about my son's. Shout out to my son. He came in after McDermott got fired. I got fired, and then my son comes in, Josiah, and takes his team to the playoffs. Defense playing lights out. Trey White playing like himself. Josh Allen, MVP runner-up. We just going to play it cool. It's his first year. Going to play it cool. Spencer Brown's back. Doesn't matter. He's a backup. So let's go in. Let's see if we move on to the AFC Championship.
Madden.
All right, so we got Quez Watkins, then they get the big play to Laviska Shenault. James Robinson with a run. They moving that ball quickly. Quez Watkins, some guy named Andrew Holt, James Robinson. Looks like they're going to score on the first drive, and they came to play. Jacksonville ain't going to be no cakewalk. So we got Devin Singletary. We get Joe Short, and then there's the pick, Shaquille Griffin. And they get the instant touchdown as Trevor Lawrence, Quez Watkins from Trevor Lawrence. We need to, it's still early. Joe Short, seems like we're feeding him. Stephon Diggs, Singletary. That's right, just throw the ball away. Don't throw no more picks. and we don't get nothing. Tyler Bass gets the field goal. I wanted a touchdown there. We're stuffing James Robinson right now, but they get the big first down. Of course, they get the long third down conversion. Same thing would happen if we were playing the game ourselves. ETN, James Robinson. They get the first down to the ETN. Matt Milano, you need to pick that off. They go for it on fourth down, and they don't get it. That might have been the play to save our ass. How's it 3rd and 2? We get 2 yards, and it's fourth down. It make no sense. Unless it was 4th and inches, maybe. Not looking good for us. They get the field goal, so we hold them to a field goal. This is still a winnable game, still manageable, but our offense needs to do something. We need touchdowns. Kitchens, Stephon Diggs. We're in the red zone. Seems like every time we get in the red zone, we get stuffed. So another field goal for Tyler Bass. As long as we can put some points on the board, but we need touchdowns. This ain't no regular season game. It's the playoffs. Y'all ain't been here in some years. We get a sack for Ed Oliver. Let's move them backwards. Let's go. Another Ed Oliver sack, but they do get the field goal, so we're down 2 touchdowns. Big play. Are we going to kick the field goal? We do. That was almost 60 damn yards. Tyler Bass. So we get the ball at the half. Come out with a punt. That's not good. Offense can't score touchdowns. Sean Miner with a sack. And they get the big play. Laviska Shenault. Touchdown, Laviska Shenault. That might have been the nail in the coffin right there. But let's continue to fight. Anything can happen. Penalty on them. Penalty on us. And we finally get a touchdown. I say we go for 2. We don't, but that's okay. We finally get our first touchdown. If we can get a couple of stops, we're right back in this baby. Right back in this thing. And we get a stop. Are we going to have a fourth quarter comeback? Knocked down by Griffin, sack for Ed Oliver. So we get the stop we need. We need touchdowns. Josh Allen running it like Vic. Oh, man. We get sacked by Josh Allen, the other Josh Allen. Stephon Diggs. He wants to go to the AFC Championship game. Let's go. Touchdown here changes the game. We get the touchdown. What a comeback. We go for 2, though, and we fail. Josh Allen had to throw it away. But within 5. Start off stuffing James Robinson. They get 12 yards to halt. They get the first down, ETN. Laviska Shenault. We need some stops. Big penalty against DeMar Hamlin. Oh, man. I guess we're upgrading free safety next season. He just blew it, man. Oh. Penalty. We go for it on fourth down. We actually get it. But we're running out of time. If we do score, we're going to have to get the onside kick. We actually still got 3 timeouts. And we get sacked. That's the game. Jacksonville's going to move on. Even though we lost, we took the L. Great season. We should have been made the playoffs. Should have been one in the division. But we can build off of that. Going into another, seems like it's always, so far, Super Bowl or nothing for year 5. But I like how we played. Josh Allen playing like Josh Allen. But goddamn Hamlin, man. For me to give you a chance, bro, 69 overall, 4th-year player. finally give you a chance to start, didn't sign nobody, didn't upgrade the position. We let Micah Hyde go, and you do that in the playoffs, bro. Dumbass penalty to get them in the red zone when we finally came back in the game, man. That's why you need to start caliber advice. Word to the wise. Starting caliber players. Don't play backups in the starting role. They don't need to be there. They can't handle it. But Josh Allen finally makes the Pro Bowl. So we got one. Kitchens and Diggs both. So I love to see Kitchens get his X Factor back. So that's 3 Pro Bowlers so far. We got Minor. So I love to see him go up. That's... How many Pro Bowlers? Is that 4? We got the 2 receivers and the quarterback. So that's 3. And then Minor makes it 4 Pro Bowlers. Trey White makes it 5. I feel like Tyler Bass got snubbed. But we had 5 Pro Bowlers. So shout out to all them that made the Pro Bowl. And the Super Bowl will be the Chiefs and the MVP, Christian McCaffrey. But I'm feeling good though. To finally have a winning season with this Bills team. Even though we're still getting robbed of depth traits, Kitchens making the Pro Bowl, 3rd best receiver in the AFC, should have got his X Factor back. But it's all good. But to finally make the playoffs with this team, finally win the division, even though we didn't get a playoff win, for players like Josh Allen to finally play like Josh Allen, Trey White, finally playing like Trey White, some of these draft picks, Kitchens, Minor, playing like the first round picks that we drafted them to be. But let's see if we had any more depth traits. Basham goes up to superstar. I feel like that should have went to Minor. And Milano, he always goes up to superstar. He'll be back down to star though. But that's the only one. So shout out to Basham. Let's see who wins the Super Bowl. That's a rooting for the Panthers, and they get the job done. Christian McCaffrey wins MVP. Shaq Lawson, Super Bowl MVP. Matt Rule, Coach of the Year. So they just had a Offensive Player of the Year, Coach of the Year, MVP, Super Bowl MVP. They just won it all. They won it all. But we finally found a staff that works. They're going through 2 coaches, myself and Sean McDermott. It's all coming together. Travis Kelce retires. Stephon Gilmore, who was an ex-Bill at one point. Aaron Donald. Andy Dalton, Nick Foles. Doesn't matter. Nobody from us. Let's see where they have us mocked. They've been having us taking a receiver, which I don't like. And they have us taking a quarterback. Well, if we didn't do what we did this season, I might have thought about it. Shane Dickinson might have been the next quarterback. But we're sticking with Josh Allen. Let's see contracts. We're going to pay Deion Dawkins. Give him a little bit more. And if he doesn't take this, he can walk. He took it. Matt Milano is down to a 78 normal dev, but just because he's led the team in tackles every single year, outplaying Tremaine Edmonds, we're going to pay him. He's been getting robbed of dev traits. Even though he did turn that down, I'm not paying him that much. We'll try to bring him back in free agency. He's been our leading tackler every year. He's still good. He should not be a 78 normal dev, even though he's 31. If they never robbed him of his X Factor or superstar dev traits, he would still have a high rating. Jordan Poyer, with 2 picks, he's been playing well. I want to bring him back. And he turns it down. So we made the playoffs and they finally turned it down. They're like, nah, I want to go somewhere else. I don't care. We're going to make them offers in free agency. I want both of them boys back. Teron Johnson can walk the way he played last season. And then the rest of these guys, especially Hamlin, who I gave a chance. I mean, he made that one mistake. Do I hold it against him, though? He made that one mistake in the playoff game to let the Jags get in the red zone and put us away. But 65 tackles, 2 TFLs, 2 picks, though. I mean, that's cheap. We'll give him that. He ain't going to start, though. We're looking for an upgrade. So we'll bring him back for his play in the regular season. Spencer Brown finally on walk. Tried to give him a chance to be a starter and develop. Just didn't work out. So we're really only losing these 3 for right now. I do want these 2 back, but Teron Johnson is our big free agent exit. And let's see if we can make any more space, free up any money. I ain't going to cap. We do need a backup running back, even though Minor played a little bit better than Archer. We might stick with Minor, but we could use a backup running back. Don't want to pay for one, though. That's just stupid. Kitchens doesn't go back up there. So, but as long as he keep playing the way he's still playing like an X Factor. Short, Reed, so we still stacked at receiver. Dawson Knox. Brought back Dawkins. We got Edwards, Sampson, Ford. So our offensive line is complete. Basham, of course, I knew they would take his superstar dev trade away, but still a star. What about Ebenezer? Is he still a star? Okay. Ed Oliver, Minor. Greg Rousseau, they took away his superstar. Which is weird. So they just robbing us to make the playoffs, and they're like, forget it. And boy, Sullivan played well. Griffin played okay. So we might not look for a cornerback. But for positions, we need safeties, maybe corner. Because, I mean, if Sullivan's getting 3 picks as a 4th cornerback, hell, you can stay at 4th cornerback. Stay at 4th string. We need right outside linebacker, backup running back maybe. And everything else good. We might not even spend no money in free agency. We haven't been too aggressive in free agency. We've just been bringing our own guys back and then drafting well. We don't need Aaron Jones. Don't need D-Hop. Don't need Keenan Allen. And I just seen Stephon Diggs went down to superstar dev. So he lost his X Factor. So they just robbed everybody. Robbed the whole team. Quarterback, we don't need. Running backs. We could get Super Hubbard. Nah, he needs to go start somewhere else. We could bring Zach Moss back, but Singletary's been playing great without him. Plus Edwards. I feel like I signed him in the Bears rebuild. Or maybe the Bengals rebuild. I don't remember which one it was. But he would fit this team. But I'm not going to do it. I feel like I already signed him. But we could bring in somebody. I'm not going to bring nobody in right now, though. Card. We don't need receiver. Don't need tight end. Don't need O lineman. Don't need D ends. Don't need D tackle. So I'll tell you this. We're bringing Matt Milano back. He's been leading the team in tackles every year. Kendall Fuller. Or do we draft corner? We need to fill some holes in the draft. Do we bring in Kendall Fuller? That'll be an upgrade over Teron Johnson. He fits the scheme. Simmons wants to. Do we outbid our division rival Patriots and bring in Justin Simmons? Bronco. Micah Hyde is there. All right, tell you this. Jordan Poyer is coming back, so we're getting our guys. Give them that. Getting our guys back. And I'm thinking just for being competitive within the division, let's outduel the Patriots, screw them over a little bit, and let's fight for Justin Simmons. Still good, 86 star dev. It's dead even. You know, 21 mil. That puts us ahead of the Patriots. So we're bringing back Jordan Poyer, Matt Milano, and then we add Justin Simmons to the defense, who I think if we're doing the Broncos next, if they are next on the list, I'll have him for the Broncos rebuild. And we do. So we add Justin Simmons, steal him away from before the Patriots could get him. Brought back Matt Milano. Brought back Jordan Poyer, because even though they're normal devs now and they're regressing, they ain't regressed too bad. They're still putting up numbers. Still team captain, Jordan Poyer. Still leading the team in tackles, Matt Milano. But welcome Justin Simmons. Won't get a stupid penalty like Hamlin in the playoffs. And let's see how he's been playing with the Broncos. Why did they let him go? Okay. Last 2 seasons. I mean, tackles went down. See why they let him go. Okay. So in the draft, we could use an upgrade at corner, even though I kind of like Griffin. I like Sullivan. Corner. Backup tight end. Backup running back. So just depth players at this point. One impact player and a bunch of depth players. So let's go ahead and scout. I ain't even look at the prospects at the beginning of the season. Seems like a bunch of quarterbacks. Look at running back. Vaughn Joseph. And we could take a running back in the first round. And this dude is fast as hell. Vaughn Joseph. I like him. We're going to put him on the list. Paul Gillespie, 24. He's fast too, but he's weak. We'll put him on the list though just because of that speed. It's a lot of first-round running backs. This guy kind of fast and strong, so he seems like the most balanced. Put him on the list. Whichever one falls to us. Even this guy, Cordell Dane. A ball carrier division. A break tackle. 6'1", 235, kind of slow. Ain't even all that strong. But A ball carrier division. A break tackle. B pass block. That's the kind of power back we need. A lot of running backs. Look at this dude. Bench 30 reps. B carrying. I like him. By this guy, Antoine Rivers. I feel like I'm scouting too many running backs. We don't need to scout that many. We'll end up getting one. Backup tight end. A catching traffic, 6'6", 248. He's the fastest in the class when it comes to tight ends. I like it. And then what about this guy, Brandon Woodall? Not that impressive. He's okay. We'll just put him on the list just in case Jackson's gone. About this guy, Gil Berry, 271. Nope. Don't need any linemen, no D linemen. Could take outside linebacker to back up. Matt Milano. He looks okay. About this guy, Brett Knight. C block shedding. A catching. I like him. You got this guy, B block shedding. Don't like him. And this guy's, he's okay. And then for first round pick, we could use a corner. So this Brett Rotten guy, hopefully he's not rotten like his name. A block shedding, C play recognition. So he looks good. He'd be an impact player for us. And then Dakota Taylor. B catch, A stamina, C press. He looks good too. So one of those two corners. Actually, there's another one. Scooby Stanton. B hit power, C play. So he looks good. So it looks like we'll be able to get whatever the hell we want in this draft. Whatever falls to us is what we're going to take. Depending on our needs, who's available. Just put this guy on there anyway. And look at this guy, B catching, B man, A press, fast. He's the guy. Sheldon Clement. And there's a lot of corners. We really can't go wrong with neither one. A tackling, B catch, he looked good. So far those last two guys I scouted, and then this guy looks good. So we can't go wrong. Can't go wrong. And we took a lot of safeties already. Probably not going to draft another one. But let's waste no more time and get on with the draft. Seems like we're going to get whatever the hell we want. We all should have saw that coming. We all should have saw that coming. This is going to be a part of the videos. Oh, that's nice. They got Brady in the white. Never really seen him like that in the white. He's usually in the red jersey. All right, let's check out the mock draft and see who they have us taking. Now, I don't see really Ryan. So some of these corners, Dakota Taylor, a lot of the corners, man, are going. Sheldon Clement, that's one of the ones I think. Vaughn Joseph, Dorian Carson. Where the hell? So they have us taking a running back. Okay. So it looks like we might miss out on most of those cornerbacks, but we should be able to get like one. And let's see, we got Aaron Jones to the Bucks, D-Hop to the Commanders football team. So the Patriots, they're pissed off that we stole Justin Simmons away from them. So you know what they do? They go ahead and get Keenan Allen and Ryan Jensen. Jaguars get Scherf to try to get back to the AFC Championship game. So good signings for some of those teams, but we don't care. They're not us. Let's go ahead and get to the draft. We need a cornerback. We need a backup running back, backup tight end, probably a backup right outside linebacker, probably a backup safety, Whatever falls to us, we're just going to go ahead straight to my pick. I'm excited to get on with the next season. Finally having a good year.
What direction will they go?
And look, Von Joseph was projected to go early, and he slipped. Now, with Singletary on the roster, he didn't have a good season last year, though. Would it be realistic to take him? We can get Sutton later, who I think was, stats don't look that good. All right, I feel like I need to stop wasting time looking at the damn running backs. Let's go look at the cornerbacks. And there's one left. There's one cornerback left. So even though, I mean, they're all pretty damn good. Most of them were gone. But this one, he looked solid. B catching, B hit power, B tackling, B zone, B press. Probably got B man and B play recognition. Probably got B, The B stands for Buffalo Bills. Welcome, Trey Spruce. First round pick.
The Jaguars are up now. Let's see.
Fast as hell, no depth trait. But he's strong, he's solid. So all those B's, we knew he was coming to Buffalo.
All right, on the clock now, the Bills.
So beefing up the defense, we added Justin Simmons. We had a first-round cornerback. So beefing up that defense some more because they were, the key to us making that playoffs. Now, there is some running backs here. Let's see. Safety. I didn't scout these guys. A catch and B block shedding. He doesn't look that bad. But like I said, we took a lot of safeties. We're not going to take another one. There is a right outside linebacker. So Luke Saunders looks good. We could get Brett Knight. I'm running out of time. I ain't even been paying attention to the clock. Oh, man, at this point, let's take... This was the guy with the A ball carrier vision, A break tackle. Howard back. Let's take Cordell Dane. Hidden depth. I'm the draft king. Let's go. So after adding a couple pieces on the defense, we finally add a piece to the offense. Try to balance it out. We want to get back to the playoffs, damn it. And then, let's see, there is a safety here. I don't know why I keep looking at the safeties. I need to look at right outside linebacker. Ricardo Lemon, we had him on the list. I think that's who we're going to take. That's who we're going to take.
All right, the Jaguars are now on the clock.
Didn't mean to do that. So now we can look at safety, we can look at tight end, we can look at anything right now. The rest of these guys are probably most likely going to be just backup depth pieces. I don't know why it's not showing. Okay, there we go. So we got day 3. B. Does he want to come to the Bills too? With all them damn Bs? All them Bs? Don't need any linemen. Could take right in. Epineza, even though he's stuffing the run, he's not really getting those sacks. Are we going to take a safety here? C hit power. C. I think we need to take another safety. About left end. Nope, there's no left ends. I don't know what to take. So, even though I said I wasn't going to take another safety, best player available, Keem Bryant. Take him. Next, we'll look at tight end, right end.
Okay, it's the Bills now on the clock.
And we'll probably trade one of our draft picks. Let's see, right end. Is there anything there? Telvin Fields, B power moves. I want more of like a speed rusher guy. Don't see one. There's no middle linebacker. But this undrafted guy right here. D-zone, that's all we know. That's all we know. It's not enough. Tight end. A run blocking. That's all I needed to see. Get a blocking tight end. Next, I'll say middle linebacker maybe.
What direction will they go?
And a DN. So let's look at DNs first. B power moves. I don't want a power move guy. I want a guy that got some type of finesse. So C finesse. He'll have to do.
The Jaguars are up now. Let's see what direction they go in.
And then last but not least, let's go ahead and I thought about trading this pick away. But let's go ahead and get a backup in the linebacker.
The Bills.
You know, Tremaine Evans is always getting hurt. And let's look at definitely not him. F's all across the board. F's. F. F. Okay, we got some D's. Maybe that safety we took, maybe we can move him to middle linebacker, like a hybrid type. So with that being said, we're just going to trade this pick away. Doesn't matter what, trade it to the Vikings.
Okay, here we go now. It appears we've got a trade.
And let's see what we got. Draft recap. And looks like we did okay. Cornerback was a 73. He'll compete for the starting job with the other two guys that we already got on the roster. And then Cordell Dane in the second round, pick 28 in the second, hidden dev, backup running back. He's elusive and power, can catch a little bit, balanced. Really can't catch all that good. I lied. But he's balanced. He's elusive. He's strong. 235, 6'1" out of Georgia Tech. Hopefully he helps out Devin Singletary. Spruce. Let me look at his stacks, actually. So he's actually a zone, slot, and man-to-man, so he's balanced. Needs to work on his man a little bit, though. Can tackle a little bit, catch a little bit. Press is good. Lemon's decent. Keem Bryant. All these guys will be backups. We got a blocking tight end, like how they all 67s. So, not bad. Not bad. Pretty sure all those other cornerbacks probably had hidden dev. But it's all good, though. It's all good, though. But overall, our star players played like themselves. We finally won a division. We finally made the playoffs. Got a first round bye. Didn't get a playoff W, but it's all good as long as we got there. So going into year 5, Super Bowl or nothing. Defense played well. Everybody played well. Lost some depth traits. But we're moving in the right direction. We're no longer the Buffalo Sillies. We are the Buffalo Billies again. And that'll wrap up year 4. Until the next episode.